So one thing I want to point out here is that an offer is more than just the price that you are willing to pay. All of these components factor into the strength of your offer. And just because you are the highest price doesn't always necessarily mean that you are the offer that's going to be accepted. The seller can accept an offer that they so choose if they have multiple offers for whatever reasons, whatever they feel more comfortable with moving forward. So now you're probably wondering, all right, how do I put myself in the best position to get an offer accepted? Now this scenario could be beneficial if you are the only offer on the table, or maybe you have multiple offers. Going over these different scenarios and different points to strengthen your offer is really going to benefit you in order to accomplish your goal and get the property under contract. So I've listed 6 different ways to strengthen your offer. Number 1 is the inspection period. The typical inspection period timeline that we see in our local market is 10 days. 10 to 15 days. So if you want to strengthen your offer, you definitely want to be on that 10-day mark. Maybe you can go 7 days if it's a great property, it's in great condition, you don't have too many concerns about the condition, about what the inspector is going to find. You drop that inspection period to 7 days. The second thing you can do to strengthen your offer is increase your escrow deposit, your good faith deposit, showing that you are committed to following the contract through and actually purchasing the home. Now the average that we see, kind of that acceptable number by most sellers in our market, is 1% of the purchase price. So for example, if you have a $200,000 home, you have an escrow deposit of $2,000. To increase your offer, you can up that escrow deposit. So maybe you increase that escrow deposit to $4,000 or to $6,000 just to show that to the seller that you are committed, you do want to purchase this home, you're willing to put up a little bit more collateral in order to move forward and get the property under contract. Now the third thing is the closing date. Sometimes you're not going to be flexible on the closing date, and neither will the seller. But if the seller has a preferred closing date, maybe they need an extended period of time, maybe they need to close as soon as possible. If you can be flexible on that closing date and meet the seller's needs, you're going to increase the chances of getting your offer accepted. Now the fourth way to increase your offer is to remove all contingencies or some contingencies. So if you added an appraisal contingency, if you added a financing contingency, maybe you have to sell your home before you can purchase this one. If you can remove those contingencies, you're going to strengthen the offer in the eyes of the seller, especially if you're competing against another offer. All right, so the fifth one starts all the way at the beginning of the purchasing process, and that is getting a pre-approval. So instead of having your lender just talk about getting you pre-qualified and just discuss some of your finances, maybe you send them a W-2 or something like that from the previous year, go ahead and go through part of that approval process as far as along as your lender will let you without having a property attached to that approval. It just solidifies the strength of your financing more in the eyes of the seller compared to someone who maybe just pre-qualified, or maybe they don't even have a pre-qualification letter from a lender at all. If you've gone through the process, the lender has verified all your documentation, verified your income, verified your assets, that is going to prove to the seller that you are qualified and you are financially capable of moving forward and purchasing their home. Now the sixth one is one that I've used, that I've asked my buyers to do when they're competing against a multiple offer situation. It may not be a bad idea to go ahead and do it, even if you're not in a multiple offer situation, but that's either write a letter to the seller, or if you're comfortable in front of video, create a video for the seller. Show them your personality, show them that you're real, show them your face. I think that adds a lot of weight, and it allows that seller to make the human connection with the potential buyer. If a seller is extremely attached to their home and they want somebody to care for it and respect it in the way that they did, if you feel that same exact way, then put that on video or put that in a letter, and the seller will value that when making their decision. So write a letter, send a video if it's something you're comfortable with, to kind of show who you are, show your personality. So just to recap, we've talked about 6 different ways you can strengthen your offer. Now there's lots of different things you can do with the contract and different decisions that you're going to have to make when you're looking at purchasing a property. And if you have questions about that, get with your local real estate advisor. He or she will guide you through those decisions and be able to help you make the best decisions for you and your family. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please check out some of my others, subscribe to my channel, click that bell, and you'll get alerted every single week when I post a new video like this one. I'll see you in the next video.